Hey guys, it's Fayde here, and today I'm here to share 5 basic tips on how to get better in CSGO. So for tips number 1, find your own settings. By settings, I mean crosshair, resolution, and sensitivity. So first of all, which resolution should you use in CSGO? There are 3 types of aspect ratio being offered in CSGO, which is the 4:3, 16:9, and also 16:10. Each of them have their own pros and cons. For example, the 4:3 aspect ratio resolution will offer you a wider character model in-game. This will definitely help you with spotting and also landing your shots, while 16:9 aspect resolution offers you a higher definition of graphics and also slimmer character models in-game, which means you have more things to focus in 16:9 resolution compared to 4:3 because you have to play full vision. I personally recommend 4:3 because you can focus better with that resolution. The second setting is sensitivity. Just pick the sensitivity that you find comfortable. Most professional players use a 400 to 800 dpi and a sensitivity from 1 to 2.5, but it is not a must. Back then, I was using 800 dpi and 2.3 cents. Now, I'm using 800 dpi and 0.8 cents. I think nobody can give you the ultimate hint of which sensitivity is better, so just pick the one that you find comfortable in. But please, no ultra high sense, that one is too fast. The third settings, crosshair. CSGO recently launched a settings that allow you to modify your crosshair settings in-game. Crosshair should always be around the size of a character model's body or head. Nothing too big, but it can be small. The bigger the crosshair, the harder it is for you to land a headshot. A good crosshair settings can help you line up your smoke and flashes well too. So for tips number 2 is aim practice. CSGO is an FPS shooter game, so if you can't kill your opponent, there's no point in playing this game, right? So how do we practice aim? You can practice your aim through aimbots maps or deathmatch. I personally think DM is like hitting a gym. You're not going to go from skinny or fat to Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight. Just like you won't be simple Zaivu after practice DM for 2 weeks. It's all about the consistency, motivation, and dedication you put into your work. This is the other part people don't realize. If you only play player DM or bot DM, you're not getting the most bang out for your buck. If you only work out your biceps, you will never get a big shoulder or big chest. It doesn't work that way. So, you need to do a variation of what you do to get the most out of DMing. So what's there to practice with your aim? There are several things you can work on, such as snapping. Pick random points off a bot's body, then snap to the head and fire 1-3 shots, then snap back to the original point. Switch to another bot and do the same thing, but do not choose the same point as the first bot. Flicking. Using aimbots, snap from bot to another's head by tapping and attempt to be able to go from the bot's head to the next without missing. It's hard at first, but it gets a lot easier as you continue to do so. Recoil training. Work in bursts of 2, 3, 5 or 10 or whatever you prefer. Just stand a bot DM, but only kill the bots by using a burst rather than tapping. Works especially good at medium-long range in a real match. The last one is crosshair placement. Framing is more than having your crosshair at head level at all times. It's turning corners by placing your crosshair in the correct position to be able to engage and to do so effectively. It's knowing what angle to check first, then second, then third when entering a site. It's knowing the position that your crosshair needs to be in case someone pushes and picks you. This single-handedly can improve your game more than anything. If you pick an enemy who isn't pre-aiming the angle and you're picking at him, that means he needs more time to readjust his crosshair before he fires, and all you have to do is just fire. So that means you're at a huge advantage. But if you switch the scenario, you'll be at a huge disadvantage if you are not prepared. So you can even do pre-fires when you know an enemy is playing consistently at an angle, or when you have an information of an enemy being at a certain position. And tips number 3, watching demo. This is the part where many players messes up horribly at. Some players don't watch their own or other players' demos, and some players do it because everyone tells them to do so. And when they do it, they don't understand what to look for in a demo. And of course, we have players that watches highlights of professional players doing something, but they don't understand the context and reason behind their action. So when they try and replicate it, they fail horribly. Well, the point of watching demo is to try and find your mistakes and fix them. If you are unable to admit your mistakes in a demo, you will not progress as a player. Even the best players in the world makes mistakes. Players like Simple or Zaiwu makes mistakes in the official games as well. But what makes them so good is the trial and error from their daily practices or official games, and the ability to determine their mistakes and fix them. And here are a few examples of what's going on my mind and what you should focus while watching a demo. Take a look. So tips number 4, with your movement in-game. I recommend 3 practice methods for this, which is surfing, KZ, and bunny hopping. All these 3 modes can be found in community servers, while I have insane hours on surfing, as I really recommend this mode to you guys. If it's not the most beneficial for you, at least it's a new game mode that you can try and relax your mind instead of shooting people every day. All these 3 game modes are extremely beneficial for new players, as they help you understand how movement works in CSGO pretty well. Once you understand how movement works in CSGO, you can save a lot of time traveling in-game from one spot to another. So don't forget to check these 3 modes out, alright? So the last and final tip is communication. Communication is a vital point to every team and to every game. Something that comes along communication is the attitude towards your team in the way you communicate. Well, it's obvious that no team wants a player that only communicates toxicity to the team.
They take A every round. Every round they take A. Every round! I say, don't push!
It's more of understanding the impact of what toxicity can bring to a team's morale. The key of communication is to provide the team details or valuable information that help better the teams towards success.
Yeah. Rampant long. Cross, he's not long, not at long.
One spawn.
Take it, Bumbo.
One more spawn.
Spawn, cap close.
Spawn.
Sometimes, some players don't realize that they clutter their communication with useless comments during a key specific moment during a round. During this important moment, it's best to voice out the key element of information that you have to provide to your teammates. Please don't start off by saying stuff such as, "Oh shit, that guy one-tapped me. Oh shit, this guy is so lucky, blah blah blah," then only relay the information to your teammates. Please don't do that. In these important moments, it's best to focus on the key elements that needs to be voiced to your teammates. Don't say stuff like, "Oh, that guy so lucky, he headshot me from triple. He's 50 HP. Why not just cut to the chase and just say, triple box, 50 HP. It's so much better, right? Then after the round, if the IGL or whoever is not talking, you can joke about all you want. You can say stuff like, "Oh shit, just now I whiffed my whole clip on this guy, that's why he white swing me and killed me." Just talk during freeze time. And one more thing about communication is to let the clutcher play himself. You don't have to give info to him. Don't have to say stuff like, "Oh, this guy is on the right, this guy is on the left." Unless the information is really important. Otherwise, during clutch moments, let the clutcher play. Because if you didn't know, CSGO has a sound bug for spectators. Like, if you're dead, you might hear footsteps from the right, but actually the guy is on the left. So just let the clutcher play himself. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like and share this video. And if you think any of these tips help you, make sure you comment down below so I can read them. Special shout out to Mob House for having me here. Also, don't forget to like my page, which is Fayde CSGO. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.